Whoa, hold the phone here. Did I understand this properly about Ayano's mother? Did Ayano's mother straight up just abandon her child because she lost a badminton match? Did that just happen? Like, was that what this episode was trying to imply? Because if so, Ayano's mother is a piece of garbage. Like, yeah, she's disgusting if you abandon your child because they lost one match, especially, you know, how good they already were doing in the potential they showed, and then also after that she continued to become better and better. I'm just like, did she just abandon her child because of something like that? Are you serious? Now, I know there's probably a lot more to it than that, okay? I mean, this isn't my first rodeo. I've seen a lot of anime, I've seen a lot of sports anime. I mean, not as probably a lot of people out there, but I've seen quite a few. And normally when it comes to a parent situation walking out on their child, there's a lot more context to it than just they left and abandoned their child. Sometimes it could be for bad reasons, sometimes they were just mistaken, they made a mistake. I mean, I've seen it here and there time and time again throughout different stories. Not just in, you know, anime, but other forms of literature like movies and regular TV shows. But here's the point though. Regardless if she walked out because her daughter lost a match, or if she walked out to be able to, you know, pursue a better career as, you know, a badminton player, or if she wanted to teach someone else, or even if she left her child because she didn't want her child to strain herself anymore and have something else away from badminton, it doesn't matter. Just straight up and leaving your child, that is no excuse whatsoever. The only way I could, you know, take it and say, like, I understand why you left your child, is if she didn't leave, her child was going to die. That's the only way I'd be able to accept someone abandoning their child like that. So, regardless of the situation, regardless of the information we have, the way I can look at it from different angles, right now, Ayano's mother is just a piece of crap. Like, just what the hell is wrong with you to do that to your child? But like I said, there's probably more to it that I personally don't know, but let's get into the different situations of this, okay? So, number one, Ayano. In the past, we get to see how she had the conflict with her mother, how her mother just straight up and left. Apparently, she got sick one time, and she was, you know, going up against this opponent that was kind of like her rival at the time, and she lost her match. And you could assume the reason why she lost was because she was sick. And we see after that scene when she lost, she was bedridden, she was in her bed, she was sick real bad, and then eventually her mother just walked off and never came back whatsoever. And Ayano decided to take it upon herself to continue to play badminton, to get more and more better, for she could eventually have her mother notice her once again, and, you know, she could have her mother in her life. That's kind of what she was trying to do. That's kind of the main point of her flashback for this episode. But the point is that even though she did that, her mother never came back. And you could assume, like, okay, maybe the reason why the mother left was because she saw her daughter in the situation of, you know, in bad health and all that. And maybe she is someone that's constantly had bad health or whatever, and she realized that if her child continues to do something like this, that she's, you know, probably going to end up dead. That could be the reason why she wanted to separate herself away from her child. But that's honestly not a way to handle it. That really is the reason. She could have went about it in a completely different way. Talking to her child, not to push herself or whatever, you know, saying this is bad for you. I mean, I don't know. Just like, if that is the reason because of her being sick and she just left her and left her life and all that, that's not a good enough excuse for me. Then, going one step further as well, as she also left because she wanted to pursue a better professional career in the sport, that's still not a good enough reason. Yes, I know some people need to pursue their dreams and what they want and all that. I'm not going to, you know, frown upon anyone that wants to do something like that. But at the end of the day, if you have a child, you gotta watch over them. You can't just up and leave them, okay? Unless it's something really crazy and that's the reason why you have to abandon them. So, and then we see her in a magazine with another woman, which you could assume that she's either A, in a relationship with, or she's training, or both, for all we know. And you're like, okay, so you're telling me she left her daughter to go train someone else, or be in a relationship, or start up another family, or something, or another life with another person. Just like, what? So, right now, Ayano's mother, she's not looking to be too good of a person. But, like I said, there's probably more context that we are unaware of, but yeah, at this moment, that's pretty scummy. Really scummy. But okay, let's shelf that. Let's talk about this episode. So, Ayano's best friend. gets a lot of characterization, and my oh my, I didn't expect it to get this good. Like, I knew this was going to be more of like a character drama series because of the way the first episode was done, but holy crap, this episode. The emotions to the art and animation, voice acting, just the symbolism and all that, there was a lot of good stuff throughout this episode. I think everybody, if you've already watched the first 2 episodes, you might dare say that this could be your favorite episode thus far. And that's what I truly believe. I think this is the best episode yet of Hanebado. So, Ayano's friend. We get to see from her perspective multiple times throughout the episode to where she's troubled by something. We don't really get the context of it until later on in the episode. You can kind of form your own conclusion, and the reason why she seems very bothered or troubled is because she doesn't like seeing her friend all depressed and upset, which you wouldn't be wrong if that's what you thought, but there was a lot more to it. Apparently, Ayano's friend, she has known her for a very long time, at a very young age, and she got to see the rise and fall of Ayano and how she eventually just, you know, was in love with badminton, but then eventually quit it thanks to what happened to her mother. How her mother just left her life. And over the years of constantly seeing how she just didn't want to be in badminton anymore, she decided to say, you know what, you're going to join this. Like, you know, she decided to take it upon herself to force her friend to, at the very least, do what she loves to do. She needs to push on the back to be able to get to, you know, to be happy once again. And that's kind of what Ayano's friend did. She gave her a push on the back to allow her to see once again that, you know, it's okay to love badminton, it's okay to join the club, it's okay to have fun and all that. You know, your mother doesn't need to be here for you to have fun, and you don't need to give it up. I mean, right now she just needs a reason to play it. Like, I mean, she has fun, obviously, but she needs a reason to stick with it, because her whole reason to why she was playing it for so long was to have her mother come back into her life, and obviously that did not happen. But she still loves it regardless, so the friend is trying to say, look, your mother's not obviously coming back because she's a piece of crap right now. So, I mean, if you want, you know, kind of separate your mother from badminton and just enjoy what you like to do. You enjoy it, play it, have fun doing it. And that's kind of what the characterization that Ayano's friend got. And eventually we got to find out that she actually was envious of Ayano and how she was so good at badminton. Now, not because she wanted to play it, but because she felt like she was out of the loop. For instance, Ayano is so good, and everybody always looked at her like, holy crap, Ayano, she's a great player and all that. You know, everybody kept their attention on her, that they never noticed Ayano's best friend, and she felt secluded or, you know, left out. And that's understandable. I mean, if you have a friend that's really good at something, let's just be real here, you're gonna probably get a little bit jealous. Even if you're great friends with them, you know them real well, they know, you know, how you are, you know how they are, you know, it's okay to feel jealous sometimes. That's just how we are as human beings. We are envious, jealous creatures, and basically, she was very jealous. She wishes that she could be in the loop, but she did not allow that to get in the way of her friendship with Ayano, or to stop herself from pushing Ayano down a path to being, you know, happy again and going back to badminton, because she wanted to be selfish and be also in the spotlight. Basically, Ayano's friend's like, look, even though I'm jealous, I wish I had the spotlight like you, and, you know, I'm glad that, you know, not everybody's focused on you and I get some attention now, too. I want you to be happy. So she's like, you know what? I don't care if I feel that feeling again. I want you to be happy. And so, at this point, you can really see that Ayano's friend is just truly one of the best friends you could possibly have. I think, in terms of the way you can look at it, she's like this season's Goro from Darling in the Franxx. If you remember Goro from Darling in the Franxx, all that recently ended, that's pretty much what she is. She's a really good friend that will stand up for you and make sure you're happy, and sometimes even sacrifice their own happiness just to make sure you're happy. So just, what a great friend overall. But okay, let's get into the other situation, which was to get Ayano motivated to eventually try to join the club once again and, you know, have fun. So, like I said, her friend was very envious and jealous, tried to push her back on the path of going back to badminton. And most of the episode was spent trying to motivate her to give it a chance once again, to have fun, to realize that there's more to it than just trying to make your mom notice you. And she eventually just fell in love with it, because she has this passion, but it just needed to be rekindled once again just for her to be happy. happy and just, you know, want to go with the flow. And that's where Aragaki, our main female character, comes in, trying to, you know, give her this, like, emotion, because she's, like, you know, a rival, technically. It's like, look, you know, you could quit it, whatever, if you don't have motivation, you can quit the badminton club, you don't have to continue playing it, but at the very least, play me one round, because you beat me a long time ago, it holds a lot of weight to me, and I want to see how you are compared to me now, because, you know, how much practice I put in. So, I mean, the motivation was a big part of this episode, motivating her and allowing her to have fun, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. Now, and also another thing, too, is the fact that the art and animation of this episode, holy crap, it does not stop. Like, I mean, you'd think by now the art and animation would have kind of, like, you know, degraded in quality, like, went straight down, but no, it hasn't happened at all. Like, the art and animation looks very impressive. I especially love, even though it's a minor scene and all of that, I especially love the scene when they're knocking back the shuttle back and forth and all that. It's very quick, but you see how it's going back and forth. The animation is so fluid in that. I'm just like, whoa, the amount of effort and work they're putting into Hanebado. Like, you can see that people are working on this are very passionate, and that, you know, they're wanting to go all in. And, you know, that speaks a lot. You can really see when, you know, a certain studio or a team, a production team really is enjoying a series, or they're in love with it when they put that much effort into it. Because, like I've said many times, you know, the animators, they barely get any time to rest. They're constantly overworking and all that, but, you know, you can see that they're going the extra mile. They're not cutting corners or anything. They're really trying to make this series look really good, beautiful. It's something that really stands out amongst, you know, Summer of Anime 2018, and that makes me very happy. I'm very glad that, you know, Hanebado has remained consistent with its quality, and that, you know, many of you recommended me to start this, because holy crap, what a fun series it has been thus far. I can't believe we're already 3 episodes into it, can you? I mean, it's the 3rd week, episode 3. This is episode 3. Holy crap, I can't believe we're already 3 weeks into Summer of Anime. But that's pretty much it, so I want to wrap up this video here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And I love you guys. Please be safe, stay healthy. If you enjoy my content, you know, please, you know, hit the bell icon. And with that, Chibi out.